going on? It's your dog Art Man the Great, and we're back with another boxing conversation, man. Man, I can't believe the news I seen when I got on the line. I was like, "Ain't no way, ain't no way." Yep, but we hear Sandor versus Boots Ennis, man. I can't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe it until I got the following news afterwards. So I think it was what? No, it was yesterday. Yesterday, I got up. I'm scrolling down the timeline or whatever, and I just keep on seeing like this, people talking about Xander versus Boots, Xander versus Boots. And then, I did my research, I hit up my people, and they say, yeah, man, that's the play. Boots versus Xander, you ain't know? Man, I'm sitting back thinking, like, what? Ain't no way Xander is taking this fight. But then he confirmed it with his little post, with the blonde hair. He got the Boots emoji, and then Boots family tweeted, comment on it. So yeah, it's looking real, real. So I'm thinking like, damn, this young nigga, he got some fucking, he got some balls on him, man. The Puerto Rican kids, that man, he got some balls on him. That's what I was thinking for sure. I'm like, man, this nigga got heart. And then I started putting two and two together today. I said, hold on. Didn't Top Rank just sign some type of like deal with the zone? Oh, okay. I see the play. Sacrifices are being made for Top Rank. So I'm like, oh, okay. Not to say I'm not going to give Xander credit for fighting Boots. Of course he's going to get credit, but I'm like, dude, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Top Rank has a deal with the zone, and the zone is telling the motherfuckers, hey, either make a fight or you niggas is getting up out of here. And that's what they've been on lately. The zone been on some like, fuck that. Y'all ain't finna finesse us. We need some fights. We need some fights. We need some fights. And Top Rank got to looking around like, okay, well, who could we sacrifice on this stable to help our new partners, the zone? They like, who can we help? I mean, who can we sacrifice to help our partners at the zone? And they get to looking around, looking at their roster, looking at who got belts. And Xander's name, they pulled his name out the hat. Somebody gonna have to sacrifice for this fucking deal. And that's what the fuck is going on, man. Shout out to my dude. He says Southwest Dice. He says Zayas is getting cooked hard and all. Like, look, I gotta give Kidders respect. But let's be real. Boots gonna hurt that boy. Boots gonna hurt that boy. He gonna hurt him. Because I didn't see a couple of Xander fights, man. Like, he's cool, but like Floyd said, he's average, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no special effects. There's no special effects with the kid. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. He's just a big dude, in my opinion. He's just a big guy. I don't see him really cracking shit. I don't hear him stopping shit. You know what I mean? All his fights go on the distance. And then he be getting touched up in them fights. So it's like, it's a sacrifice, my boy. It's gonna be a sacrifice. But who knows? This is boxing, man. We have to see the fights before we can just say, oh well, that's just that. But those who know, they're looking at it like, yo, this is gonna be a cakewalk for Boots. What y'all think? Say, yo, Art Man. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all go to artmanapparel.com, getting the best merch in the game. You see me, I got this classic Haney Lomachenko illustration. I love this fight. This is a good fight, man. But yeah, Top Rank signing with the zone. And we get Xander Zayas versus Boots. I can't complain. I can't complain. That's not the fight that I had on my bingo card, but I can't complain. I ain't mad at it at all. I'm not mad at all. And I'm glad that we're actually getting some more fights lined up, dude. For real, because all these niggas been doing is just clout chasing. Oh man, there's one nigga I want to talk about. This nigga pissed me off. This nigga right here. This Haitian nigga. Africa. By the name of Africa. This guy. I said it on my timeline. I mean on my live. I said, dude, he shouldn't show his face at all. The next thing he needs to do is hop back with a fucking date against against a champion in unification at 140. Nothing else, nothing less. Or announce you're moving up and fighting somebody skilled at a higher weight class. But instead, this nigga Hitchens come on the fucking microphone and he get to talking about everything besides nigga why you don't have a fucking fight lined up. I don't like that shit, dude. Like I said it, Hitchens he only brings two things to the table: his undefeated record and an IBF belt. He didn't want to risk that losing to Durante. So the man pulled out the fight and said he was sick last minute. He didn't directly say that's why he pulled out the fight or whatever. I mean, he didn't directly pull out the fight because he was scared or anything like that. He basically alluded to he wants the money. He wants the money, and Durante fight is just not a fight that's worth the risk. So man pulled out. He pulled out, and he not even looking at Durante's direction. He talked about that shit like it was yesterday's lunch. That nigga don't give a fuck about no Durante. He ain't want that fight with the dude. He just want more money and opportunity. And this is my problem with that. Nigga, you haven't done shit. Fix my shit. Hold on. My bad, I got a phone call. Nah, this nigga here, he pulls up the fight after making the weigh in and all that, just to say he's sick. He's sick. And this is my problem with niggas like that, bro. You talk all this money shit. Oh, I want big money fights and all this big money shit. But nigga, you haven't done shit, bro. Your last fight was against George Kambosos, who is known as the highest paid journeyman in boxing history, nigga. That's your last W. Niggas was giving you respect for going against Durante, and then you pulled out of that shit, and you talking about some big money fights. Like there's some big money fights around the corner for you, nigga. Man, I hope one of these niggas knock him off, bro. I hope this nigga lose to his mandatory or some stupid ass shit because he don't deserve shit. His tether ass, he don't deserve shit, bro. He don't deserve a motherfucking thing, man. Besides a fucking ass whooping. For real, dude. You go around pulling out of fights, talking about how you need this money and all this promotion and how you want to finesse and do this and put your nigga. These niggas is cutting fucking corners in boxing today, man. And I don't like that shit. What happened to the niggas that really sat back and got dirty for a minute, that went in there and fought some hard fights and overcame some adversity? What happened to them type of niggas in boxing? That them niggas, okay, now they deserve a good fucking big payday fight. What happened to them type of niggas in boxing? You see so many niggas, they jump in the steps of getting the bag, so they got these influencers are jumping steps and getting the fucking bag. So it got these pros, weak-minded pros like Hitchens thinking he can do the same thing. But it's like, no, nigga, you in a different game, bro. You gotta put in some fucking work, bro. You gotta put up some work. And then niggas offered you opportunities to fight Devin a long time ago. You ain't want that smoke. You start fucking cheesing and grinning when Bill pulled up on you, nigga. And yelling out the side of your fucking mouth, nigga. You wouldn't own shit for real, nigga. And now you sitting here talking about how you deserve this and how you want to get this and get that. No, nigga. I hope one of these niggas clip his ass before he even get that opportunity, bro. Because he moving like a sucker, bro. This nigga cutting corners. Like, who the fuck is you, bro? You haven't done shit in this sport. That's social media be having these boxers confused, bro. Your last W was against George Kambosos, and you think you need some fucking $5, $10 million top of payday, nigga? Fuck out of here, bro. Well, they can't. I'm pretty sure IBF can't wait till them niggas snatch the belt off your ass. But yeah, let's talk about some real shit. Xander versus Boots. That's gonna be a good one. Oh yeah, yeah. So everybody wants a death fight because that's a big money fight. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I understand. Trust me, I'm a hustler. I understand trying to put yourself in position to win. But it's like, damn, nigga, you have to sometimes you have to fucking put that work and you have to grind. You have to grind and just beating Campos is just not it. It's not it, nigga. Nigga, I can beat George Campos. Nigga, that just ain't it, bro. It's not like you fought this nigga. He was undefeated, unified champion. You fought this nigga after he done got stopped at some more shit years later. Niggas using Dev name to clout chase. That's just a formula. Oh, I want to fight Dev. I want to fight Dev. Well, my next fight is against some fucking random guy you never heard of. But hey, I want to fight Dev. The fuck out of here. These niggas don't want to fight for real. Said they don't really want the Dev fight. They want the clout. They want the clout of being associated with Dev. Boy, that nigga Keyshawn did all that shit, bro. Well, what has me rolling is the people who actually genuinely believe Keyshawn wants to fight Devin. That's what be having me rolling because it's like the nigga already told you. He told y'all on the net. He said, "Nigga, look, I was using Devin's name for clout." He literally said this shit. I was using Dev's name. I knew I wasn't ready for Dev, but fuck it. And then War was looking like, yeah, it's funny. Nah, nigga, you a bitch. Niggas is looking at you like that. You're crazy. And I've said I don't like Keyshawn. He's a good fighter and all, but nigga, stop it. He was clout chasing. Nigga, stop clout chasing, kid. The zone and top rank already got the formula. They already got this shit lined up and ready. You already had these fighter meetings and all this shit, bro. They already have a plan for you, nigga. And fighting Devin Haney is not on that fucking plan. Top, bro, you know how many top rank fighters, top rank, they sent over to see Devin fight and got their ass cooked. Nigga, Devin hasn't lost to a top rank fighter, yes, yet, nigga. He's like 4-0, bro, with top rank. Nigga, it's like 4-0 against top rank, bro. Top rank, top rank that had unified champions get their belt taken by Devin. Top rank that had welterweight champions got his belt taken away from Devin. Like, they're not in no rush to make a Keyshawn versus Devin fight, so he needs to cut the crap. They already have a fight lined up and ready for his ass. Watch his ass be fighting like some random motherfucker next. When people say Dev duck Rolly just because of Rolly random tweet. Oh yeah, because Rolly said, he said, Dad, he said something he don't like Dev and Bill or some shit. Man, look, I love it though. I love it though because these little fake fans. Now they starting to rally around Rolly a little bit. Like I made a post, right? I made a post. It was Rolly basically working on some things with the good brother named Morel. Morel. He was working with Morel, right? And they working on some things. And Morel, she shooting some shit at Rolly, and Rolly trying to do his little fake defense, or whatever. And all I posted was Morel ain't and he ain't pushing that jab out enough to be imitating Devin, right? Here come all these quote unquote fake Rolly supporters all of a sudden Talking about some, oh, all right, man, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You don't know what Rolly is working on, dude. You don't know what Rolly is working on, and all this shit. And they just all in my inbox, I mean, in my comment section, just mad at me because I alluded to that he's preparing for Haney, which he is preparing for Haney, right? Nigga ain't just in the gym for fun. So niggas they mad at me, and I'm like, okay, I love this energy. Rally behind Rolly because when Devin cooks his ass, I want you niggas to still be there. Cause let you niggas tell ain't nobody rooted for fucking Norman. Said Rolly. Yeah, yeah, nigga, you about to get Rolly about to get tagged up, man. Haney looking good with Mickey Bay, bro. Mickey Bay's a good coach. I'm glad Devin. I'm glad Devin is working with Mickey Bay, man. He's looking sharp. Dev's listening. Mickey's training. You know what I'm saying? It's good shit, bro. Devin, he's working on catching and shooting. It's good shit, bro. He's looking good in there, man. And I like that shit, man. Yeah, Rolly about to get his ass cooked, man. Burrell ain't gonna help you, nigga. They told me, oh, we gonna bring in somebody for that. Who the fuck y'all gonna bring in to imitate Devin for real? Tiger Johnson? I'm like, who the fuck gonna imitate fucking Devin Tiger fucking Johnson, man? The fuck out of here. See, speaking of Tiger Johnson, I think it says, someone please call 911. Hey, this nigga Tiger Johnson is the police, nigga. This nigga filed a report on little kids and shit. That nigga is the police, nigga. This nigga Tiger Johnson said, yeah, man. It was a little altercation. Nigga got a restraining order, nigga. This nigga called the police. Hold on, man. Said Tiger, clown ass tried to say his manager called the laws. Nah, nigga, that was you, bro. That was you. That was you, nigga. You agreed. You didn't say nah, bro. Nah. When the law came, you didn't say nah. Y'all got to twist it. It wasn't like that. That wasn't the case at all. When the laws came, y'all niggas went on some nah, nigga. That's not what happened, man. It was a misunderstanding. Fuck that film. It was just a misunderstanding. Yeah, this nigga Tiger Johnson and called the police on some kids, man. And he started the beef. You the one who started it. First of all, you want to know how he started it? Because he knew Devin was gonna be there. He knew Devin was gonna be there. He knew Devin was gonna be there. He didn't go out there for no motherfucking just to go enjoy the fights. He had no business out there. Devin had business out there because Devin was supposed to be doing he was supposed to be doing commentating on the fight or whatever. But Tiger Johnson, he came in there on some trying to poke his chest out, trying to poke his lightweight chest out. And them young niggas put hands if he jumps young nigga Tiger crazy. He over here jump starting Sean Haney's fucking career. Nigga already came into the game on some shit. Young nigga was already putting hands on a pro at 15. You helping Sean Haney legacy. Look at that. How Sean, bro, and that's the crazy thing. Sean Haney getting more fucking praise in his early career than fucking Tiger Johnson. Like Tiger, that was a bad move, bro. It- I don't know, man. That was a bad move, man. And I like Tiger Johnson's last fight on the pro box, but nigga, that was a bad move, bro. You should never been on that type of shit. If you was on that shit, at least you slap Haney or some shit. Like nigga, you got into it with the little bro, and them little niggas jumped you, bro, on some Jody baby boy shit. These niggas did you like they did Jody after he got done buying that Alizé. Real shit. They did that nigga like Jody after buying that Alizé before he hopped on his bike. They whooped they whooped Tiger ass and said, I don't even want your bike, cuz. Damn. Said, I don't even want your bike, cuz. Someone said, how was your eye on the Tiger head? I didn't even get to peep that for real, because I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit, nigga. Like, I don't want to hear how you gotta call the police, nigga. Like, what the fuck? This dude is crazy. This shit is crazy. But yeah, Xander versus Boots Dog. That's just gonna be good. That's gonna be good. East Coast fight. I wonder if they're gonna put it on the East Coast. Nah, they probably gonna put that shit in Vegas. They probably gonna put that shit in Vegas. Boots, Boots ready though. Boots ready to put belt to ass, man. And I'm glad that he's getting that opportunity because he's a good fighter. And a lot of people they like to judge him and say, well, he ain't fight nobody. He ain't fight nobody. It's not like he can't beat nobody. It's just that he's just not getting these fights. He's not getting these fights, but now he is. It's now or never though. Boots beats Xander. He need to be right back on the street trying to fight somebody else. Ooh. I don't think Xander is I don't think he has anything to keep Bud off. I mean Boots off him for real. Besides the size, he's kind of a big dude, but people are saying Boots look kind of big at 154. I don't know. Said top got MSG booked already for the Puerto Rican parade. Oh damn, y'all gonna have this nigga beat up in front of a bunch of Puerto Ricans? Damn, they gonna do him like that? They gonna have him get beat up in front of all the Puerto Ricans? Yeah, damn, I low key feel bad for the kid now. I ain't know all that. I thought they was gonna do that shit in Vegas. They finna have his ass get beat up in Puerto Rican weekend. Shit. Well, at least he getting paid, right? Hope he getting paid. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come with an official announcement. They probably, you know what they need to do? Top rank. They need to do it like how Showtime used to do it, and just like pop out with like a gang of dates just lined up. Keyshawn versus that whoever he's about to fight. Um, who else? Who else is on top rank? Mason versus whoever. Uh, yeah, just line all those fights up, man, and just hit it with some shit. I think that's gonna be dope. I want to see all those top ranked fights. I'm not a hater. I still want to see some good fights, sis. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, Xander. I just don't see him doing anything to beat Boots for real. It's hard to really break that down because it's like, first of all, Xander, I really don't think he's fucking with Boots at all. Even in the fights that he's, that they say he looked great in the title fights that he just had, it don't look like enough to beat Boots. But who knows? Maybe he can come with a different game plan. Maybe he can do something different. Maybe he can stack his gloves or something. That's right. I ain't gonna put that on the kid. Says Xander's 6 foot. I don't know. But Xander is a big dude. He posted that picture with the blonde hair, looking like dude from Carlito's Way, and he looked at big. He looked like a big dude. He looks bigger than Boots, in my opinion. And Boots is already a big dude, so he looks bigger than Boots. Nah, I don't know. I don't see him beating Boots at all. I think Boots is gonna style on him. What I like about Boots is that he's really creative with his punching. Some folks they go into a fight, looking for an opening. Boots, he knows how to create that opening with his punch selection. And it takes some real life talent to do that. Because some people, like I said, they're looking for openings. Boots, he'll set some shit up and open you up and capitalize on you being open. Says Boots bigger. I don't think Boots is bigger. That's why I can't wait. This is just me speaking on the fight right now, of based on the styles. But I got to see what they look like next to each other. To be honest, I don't know what they look like next to each other. Saying that Xander going to 160. So, oh yeah, and that could be the play for Xander. Xander probably not tripping because he's probably thinking like, shit, win, lose or draw, or win, I can continue my, I think at 154. But if I lose, I can just say, well, the weight, maybe I can try my luck at 160, because it's not like he ain't already made history. He's a Puerto Rican champion at 154. That shit don't come around too often. So he did that. So when he goes to 160 after this L, he can probably capture a belt because Adamas just say he's moving up to 168. And speaking of Adamas, man, side note, I made a post on Twitter, and it low key went a little viral between the boxing community. I said, I said, why isn't Ring Magazine talking about making Hamza Shiraz versus Adamas too? See, Ring Magazine, they got hella fucking post about how Devin needs to fight Ryan again and how that's just such a good big fight and bad blood and all this shit. Well, do anybody notice? And I'm pretty sure everybody knows because a lot of people did speak up and said they're seeing this. There's no post from Ring Magazine talking about Hamza Shiraz versus Carlos Adamas too. He says Shiraz at 168. So is Adamas. Adamas is at 168 too, nigga. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't believe me? Go ask him. Go to Adamas' page right now on Twitter. Go to Ring Magazine page. They'll tell you. Adamas said 168, nigga. I'm 168. I won't smoke at 168. That's why I'm saying, why is there not no Hamza Shiraz out of Adamas talk? Why is it not brewing? It should be talk. He should be trying to get some get back regardless. It said or 80 at 160 with the belt. Yeah, he's at 160 with the belt, but he's going to vacate. Most likely, he's going to vacate because he wants to smoke at 168. He wants to smoke at 168. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. The fight needs to happen, bro. I was just rewatching that fight. That's what made me feel look at the fucking Emma Williams fight. I'm like, dog, my dude Cyrus, he talking about some man. Emma Williams gonna do so. I said, bro, let's just pray that this nigga survive. Because man, Carlos Adames is an underrated fighter. It's just underrated, plain and simple. Said Diego too young. Said Ammo a bum. I ain't gonna say Ammo a bum, but it's like Ammo not elite. You know what I mean? In boxing, is like if you're not elite, you're basically a bum. I get it though. He's not. He's like a C plus fighter. Nah, not even a C plus. He's a C fighter. Adamas is underrated. Adamas beat that nigga basically off some basic shit. He wouldn't even like. He didn't even go crazy on that young. He really could have put. He really could have did that nigga bad. For real, for real. He really could have done that nigga bad, like he did Montiel last. He didn't get stopped before this fight. He got stopped by Shiraz. A fight. I think it was like a fight or two before. Nah, he didn't just jump into this fight off of L. He jumped into this fight off of a suspect performance though. You see, yeah, he been slept before. Yeah, he been slept. Yeah, man. Ebo Williams. I don't know, man. I was looking at his face prior to the fight because I've actually seen Ebo Williams. Like I seen him on the zone and all that. I remember he was even beefing with Eddie Hearn, making diss tracks or whatever. He didn't look the way he looks now. His face, he got that wear and tear on him. Got that boxer's face. Like his nose and shit got rearranged above his eyebrows and shit. You know that type of shit. So I seen it in his face. I said, "Oh man, this nigga already got. He already battle tested. Oh yeah, it's just it's no getting better than that. He reached the ceiling in boxing. He'd be lucky to just be some a gatekeeper now for young guys coming up. Yeah, and that's the thing. Mo Williams, he's gonna get some more fights. He gonna get some more fights. They gonna have them young niggas fight him, Amari Jones and shit like that. One of them niggas gonna knock his ass out. But he gonna get some fights. But speaking of fights, one time versus Fedora. He said Shay Mosley beats him. Shay Mosley Jr. Damn, man, my heart, my heart is telling me Thurman, man. I swear, my heart is telling me Thurman because I like Thurman. I always like Thurman. Even when people hate Thurman today. They hate him. They talk about how he didn't give Errol the opportunity to fight for the belts and unification, and uh he was so inactive his whole career. He lost to Manny Pacquiao at an old age and all that shit. I get it, you know. I understand the Keith Thurman hate, but through it all, I still fuck with Thurman because he's just a charismatic guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a proud American, proud Black American. You know, skilled fighter. He made his bones, man. He did his thing, man. He's proven to me. He beat guys, in my opinion. He beat Danny Garcia. He beat motherfucking Sean Porter back to back, nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Back to back. I can't. And really, he beat the shit out of Barrios ass a long time ago. The only thing is he's just been inactive. And he let that Manny Pacquiao fight slip up under him, bro. I don't know why he agreed to fight that nigga with no drug testing and think that shit was gonna be sweet. But what's going on, my brother Dirk?
Hey, what up?
What's popping?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think it was just the drug testing. I think Team Pacquiao was smart, bro. They caught him at the right time because if you have remember, before he fought Pacquiao, he fought what's it called, Riverside Rocky. I forget that dude's name. He's in Garcia's gym, Mexican dude. But either way, he almost knocked out Thurman before that in that fight. You remember?
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So like Pacquiao, they picked Thurman off at the right time, bro. Them injuries were starting to get to him. That's why he's always what's the word I'm looking for? Inactive.
I think he was. I think it was an inactivity and him underestimating Manny Pacquiao and him not signing up for that drug testing, bro. Because you could see it in his face in the first round. He did not expect Manny Pacquiao to throw that many fucking punches, man.
Yeah,
That's why he stepped back one time thinking, "Oh yeah,
I mean
that's it."
he was that
And then when he got
that
up,
look
he looked up
outside of
like,
that knockdown,
"Whoa!"
bro.
He locked in. He got
That outside,
he got like, hold on, let me finish. Like them young niggas say, he got up and then he locked in. And that fight was really close, in my opinion.
yeah,
In my opinion, I really leaned towards the Keith Thurman, but seeing that it's Manny Pacquiao, and then Keith Thurman showed signs of him being hurt late in the fight, I
yeah.
understand why they gave it to Manny Pacquiao. I understand.
They're not gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, bro.
That yeah, but that wasn't a bad fight at all. Niggas I can seem like Keith Thurman got his ass whooped. He really didn't, in my opinion. He was rocking
It's
Manny
the fact.
Pacquiao shit.
It's the fact that this nigga was old and they saying that Keith wasn't his prime, even though he wasn't. But it doesn't matter. The point is, the nigga was still a lot younger than Pacquiao. So
Yeah, you was supposed to go in there and do that nigga bad. It wasn't supposed to be close at all.
right,
I ain't gonna lie, Keith Thurman made me feel like an asshole because my dad really likes Manny Pacquiao. He really fuck with Manny
nah,
Pacquiao.
bro.
I don't know why,
And bro,
but
people don't
and
realize.
I was telling my dad, I said, man, this young nigga about to put it on Manny Pacquiao. Watch this,
But
boy.
people
That
don't
first
realize
knockdown, my
that
dad looked at me like, what? You said he was gonna do what?
part 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 of being a great fighter. People don't want to talk about it, but part of being a great fighter, bro, is having great matchmakers. Like
Yeah,
knowing 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 to pick certain fights at the right time. And that's what Team Pacquiao did with Keith Thurman.
but
They
you
avoided
gotta
the
be ready
hell.
too. You gotta be ready too.
Of course, you got to be
You could
ready.
say,
But
oh
what?
yeah, I'm gonna pick this person at the right time. You never know. It could be the wrong time. What if this the person? But I
No, of
understand what you're
course
saying. I understand what you're saying though. Like, of course, that's what Matt. That's a whole job itself. That people have a whole salary based off matchmaking.
they. There's a reason why they didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, to be fair, a lot of
Because
niggas
Terrence
didn't want to.
Crawford was gonna turn into a vegetable, like motherfucking Bob Arum said.
Yeah, but niggas don't want to admit that though. It's a lot of niggas avoided Terrence Crawford. We're
Bob
not
Arum
going to name
admitted
any
that.
names.
That's why Crawford was able to get that motherfucking that settlement with Top Rank.
Yeah,
Because Bob Arum
niggas
dumbass
avoided
is
the hell out of
on
Crawford.
tape talking about he purposely stopped that Manny Pacquiao Crawford fight. I'd
Yep,
be mad as hell if a motherfucker said that to me for real, for real. This is my career you talking about. I could have been the biggest
it would
star
have happened
early.
too. The way Manny Pacquiao liked to open up and a sharp counterpuncher like Crawford, he would have caught his ass.
Of course. I was just looking at the Canelo Crawford highlights, bro. Crawford was looking at Canelo and he was literally just dodging his punches in real time and just tagging him, zipping him up. Canelo was just looking like, what the fuck? This
Niggas,
guy's tagging the fuck out of
bro,
me.
and niggas complaining about the rematch, bro. When you give niggas like Crawford or Mayweather a chance to do a rematch and make adjustments, they just gonna make that shit look even more easy. What are you
I
talking
know.
about?
They thought McDonald was gonna come back and beat
Right, your
fucking
best
Floyd.
chance the first time.
That nigga look crazy in this every match. He look worse.
Your best chance is the first time, but now he knows your timing. He knows your distance. He knows you ain't really punching like they say you do. So he gonna be comfortable in the pocket.
Bro, so
So whatever.
Crawford, he ended his career, and they can say what his toughest fight was Mean Machine and Madrimov. That's crazy. Who gave him a tougher fight? What his toughest fight of his career is Mean Machine, I guess.
I
Ain't
mean,
nobody fucking with that.
it be like that sometimes. Yeah, the biggest names don't always be the toughest fights.
Man, I still remember he did my nigga Errol Spence bad, man. That shit was crazy as hell. I just had a whole bad feeling though. I kind of felt like that shit was gonna happen, but I ain't say it because I ain't know I ain't gonna back out.
Honestly, bro, that shit could have been worse. I feel like Bud could have did him a lot worse than
He
that.
could have. I seen it. You can,
Yeah,
I've been studying a lot of boxing lately, man. Fighters who can look at you while punching and evading punches, those be like the scariest type of punch fighters for real because
yeah.
they're really in this shit. They looking right
Nah,
at you
bro.
like you do. Some of these niggas be closing their eyes, throwing punches and shit. This nigga Crawford
Bud,
was he was looking at Errol Spence. He looked at it was like the first round. Errol Spence threw a jab. That shit was so slow, and Bud looked at that shit, and I could tell he was just gauging like, man, this about to be a cakewalk based off that alone.
Bud is one of them niggas you don't want to run across like in real life, like in an alleyway or something, bro. This nigga, he's country strong. He mean as hell, and the motherfucker fight. So, but no, I was gonna say, yeah, bro,
Shit,
that was bad. He did.
Workout videos. Look, let me. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I always got to bring this up because I actually studied Errol Spence. Errol Spence, one of my favorite boxers. Right. I actually studied Errol Spence fighting style and everything, and studied Bud style. And now that enough time to pass, and I was able to watch enough footage on both of their careers and shit like that, I honestly believe now, even if Earl Spence was healthy, like how the way he was supposed to be, based off his style alone, I'm not sure that he would have beat Crawford.
Bro, 9 times out of 10, an elite counterpuncher is gonna beat a pressure fighter, even an elite one. 9 times out of 10. Not always, but most of the time they will, bro.
Because
So,
Errol Spence, this nigga was basically using a Mexican style, but had an FBA jab and FBA tendencies like athleticism and shit like that. I mean, attributes like athleticism, strength. You know what I'm saying? But that style, that type of style he has, popping the jab out and then just work the body, and then his look with Errol Spence, his defense, it wasn't like a Carlos Adamas like rolling under a punch Canelo Alvarez, sliding, slipping and dodging that shit. It was more of like I'm catching the punch, and I'm stepping sideways. So I'm pivoting, I'm catching punches, and I'm pivoting, and I'm jabbing out. His defense was like his offense, bouncing off his offense, and I'm like that type of style. It's cool, but when you fight niggas like a Crawford, it's gonna be different.
but you know what's
Espe-
ironic? What's ironic? You just said he got a Mexican style mixed with a little bit of FBA. Bud has a pure FBA style, bro. That's the Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, a little bit Pretty Boy Floyd. That's the style that he's implementing. So I think
I
it's
know,
ironic to say that.
I know, I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. And
And that's why
Boots
Bud was
has some
able
of
to
that
survive
too.
so long because niggas is fighting. They're looking at the old school fighters. They fight it like that.
The closest thing to Bud is Keyshawn Davis and Boots. Them two. Although Boots is more like a Roy Jones type of fighter. He's not as cerebral as Bud or Keyshawn, but he got the
And that's
athletic
and
advantage.
everybody feel like that's just gonna catch up to him one of these days. That's why he better get it in right now.
Well, luckily for him, he's only 28 years old, so he got time. Also, the difference between Boots and Roy Jones actually is Boots is actually more technical than Roy, so he's not completely relying on just his athleticism, bro. He's not. That's a misconstrued.
You
He
know
does
who
have
got
a
a you know who
he
got a
does have
style
an
that's
IQ.
you know who got a style that's gonna last a long time in their career?
Shakur Stevenson.
That's one of them,
Oh, you gonna say Devin Haney?
of course.
See, the problem with Dev is, and you're not gonna like me saying it, but I have
You
to
can
be honest.
say what you want to say, nigga. I ain't
Say
Devin,
it with your
nigga.
chest, nigga. No,
Right, say
I'm
that
gonna say,
shit.
um, Dev is not a complete boxer. He's a
Yes,
great
the fuck
he,
he is. How's he not a complete boxer? Explain it.
because if you force that nigga into a dog fight and he ain't got no choice but to fight you, he's not very good at that.
What besides the guy who put him on who's on peds? What dog fight that he have and he wasn't able to overcome that? None. Bro, he has the type of style. You know, I fuck with Dev's style now because he's not throwing bullshit punches that's not has no meaning to him. He's throwing punches that's gonna rack up points and disarm you.
The reason I say that, bro, is because no matter how good of a boxer you are, eventually you run into a nigga that knows how to close distance, and you got no choice but get into a dog fight. Floyd low key ran into that with Maidana.
Oh, you
Shakur,
said the Loma was
Shakur.
the dog fight,
I mean, I wouldn't say it was a dog fight,
and
but it
and
wasn't no easy
even
ass
in
fight.
that was a skill fight, and Loma was pressing the issue. Loma was stepping to Devin Haney, where Devin
No, but hold
had to
up,
do some inside
Loma,
work. So
Loma
yeah,
is not a
let's
pressure
talk
fighter,
about it.
bro.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We ain't saying
Loma,
Lomachenko's some super pressure fighter, but we can't act like Lomachenko do not pressure people.
he do, but it's different kind of pressure. It's more like methodical.
It's a, if anything, that's worse. That's worse than some Mexican style type of pressure, nigga. Because
Yeah,
he's
but
actually
the
thinking
difference
and
is
throwing
though.
good. Don't, bro. I'm telling you, look, that Lomachenko versus Devin Haney fight, man. That's gonna be. We're gonna be talking about that fight years later, because it was a skillful fight, and Devin showed that he has more to his tool bag than just a jab and clinching, like y'all assumed that he had prior to the fight.
Yeah, but but we can't ignore the size difference in that fight, bro. Like
Nigga,
y'all
we
can
can't
try to
ignore the
overlook
size
that
difference
shit.
in all of Boots fights, nigga. And Shakur fights,
You just had to bring up Boots.
right?
But do you, let me
This
be
nigga
honest. Be honest. Do
Boots
you
look
think
big as hell in that motherfucking Stanios's fight, nigga. Let's be real.
he was big as hell? And he is big. And Dev looked big as hell against Regis, and he was the one moving up in weight.
He did not. Y'all blowing it. Y'all making it seem like that nigga was huge as fucking that Regis fight. No, the fuck he was not. And then Regis about to fight Conor Ben ass, so that made his whole argument sound so stupid from all these years.
Regis is a clown. I'm not gonna lie to you. Regis is kind of a cornball. Um,
I
still,
like Regis. He one of them.
I don't.
He's
He's
an
a weirdo.
overachiever too in boxing, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. The nigga when he started boxing 18.
Yeah, when he say he's a two-time WBC champ, I'm thinking to myself, damn, he really is though, for real.
If you think about it, he low key was cheeks when you actually look at his boxing skill. The nigga just punched hard and he had a good chin.
Nigga, this is boxing. You can knock a nigga out. You can knock a nigga out. Can't be mad at that.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna take you so far, I guess.
He
But when
knocked
you
out the nigga. He knocked out Ngannou, Julius Mdot. He
yeah,
knocked him the fuck out. I said, oh shit. Bro, niggas can talk shit, but there was a point in time where niggas was actually looking at Regis like, I don't know if I should fight. I would fight him right now. Because he really was that good, a really good puncher. His shit was
oh
he was
no,
thumping.
his power is for real. That's why Dev didn't press him, even though he hurt him a bunch of times. He do got power. I think Dev could have
I
got him
think
out
I
of
think Reed just gonna fuck around and beat motherfucking Conor Ben, and everybody gonna be like, damn. Well, maybe we should put some respect on Reed's name.
there. Is he going? He's going up in weight, right?
Yeah, but Conor Ben is coming down in weight, and this nigga Conor Ben looking crazy, but he might just rehydrate to something crazy.
They're gonna have that
Anyways,
nigga Conor Ben on all kinds of juices.
nah, I don't think he's juicing. I think he's trying to come in this bitch cold turkey.
But if I don't know if it's because of the weight, but his last fight, it looked like Regis punch resistance is finished.
I don't know if it was. See, a lot of people been saying that, and I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. But I swear, it didn't look like he was just getting hurt. It felt like this nigga had like his balance was off,
I don't know, bro. He was
like
getting
his
wobbled
legs,
by
something wrong with
JoJo.
his legs or something. I don't know. We'll go back and rewatch that shit before.
JoJo almost got that nigga out of there, bro, a couple
He had
times.
two-time world champ. How much further he need to go? That's what I'm saying. Like, but he know this is a cash out fight. Them people came to him with some money because
Right.
they this is how I'm pretty sure this is how Dana and them looking at it. They looking at it like this is a good chance for for us to put on a fight where this guy is gonna obviously knock out this much smaller guy who has
Yeah,
somewhat of
and
a
they gonna
name.
try to build up his other
And
fights with Ryan.
nobody's ever knocked out Regis Prograis. So that's gonna be his thing to say. If he knocked out Regis Prograis, he'd be like, oh well, Devin Haney couldn't do it. So that makes me, I should be fighting guys like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia because I knocked out Regis and nobody ever knocked out Regis. Said he was hurt. Art. Hey, if that's what y'all said, I got to rewatch that fight. I was kind of lit watching it too. Um, said, but yeah, that's gonna be a good little decent scrap. Um, that fucking Zuffa boxing shit. They talking about they gonna strip that dude Jay Avatar. I said, dude, I posted today, man. I don't give a fuck
Jay
about these.
Apataya.
I don't give a fuck about that belt. I don't give a fuck about no Zuffa belt. I don't care about the cruiserweight division.
Bro,
This nigga,
that belt so ugly to me, bro. That shit, that fake ass UFC style belt, fuck out of here, bro. Boxing has a culture and a history of we know what the boxing belts look like, bro. All the great champions in the past have worn those belts, and y'all gonna let these niggas come into the sport and try to like
shit,
degenerate that
it
shit in
just
some
look,
fake UFC? Come on, man, that's
bro. You go
disrespectful.
when you go back and just man, I'll be drawing. I paint all these classic pictures and shit. When I go back and look at Sugar Ray Leonard with that WC belt, like that type of shit is like iconic. You know, who doesn't want that type of like I know it comes with that bullshit, but
Right.
at least winning the motherfucker one time. You can give it back, but at least touch that motherfucker. Say I did that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas
I mean,
want
but
that.
look, it's low
Nobody gives a
key.
fuck about no Dana White belt.
Like it's
What the Zuffa belt stand for? Dana White? Fuck him.
fuck, fuck Dana White. I can't let these MAGA motherfuckers into the sport. They're gonna ruin this shit.
They trying to change the law right now.
But Ali,
The Ali Act. They're trying to change that shit.
they gonna start giving these boxing niggas the UFC salaries. Yeah, we're gonna see how loyal they are to Zuffa when that happens. But it gonna be too late by then because they're gonna have a monopoly over everybody.
Yeah.
If everybody keeps signing to them,
Yeah.
oh
That's fucked
well.
up. That's what they signed up for though.
I mean, if these niggas are dumb enough to do it, it is what it is.
It's that money though, man. What's up with your dude Hitchens, man? He looks so crazy in the light right now. He looks so
Who?
crazy. Hitchens.
Ah man, I don't even know what to say about Hitchens. You mean Tedder Haney?
Yeah. I
You
told
know
you.
what's you know what's ironic? Nipsey Hussle is technically a Tedder, but I bet y'all niggas be
No,
claiming
he's
him.
not. We fuck with
Yes, he
Nipsey, man.
is.
He a real nigga. And
Nigga, Nipsey
bro,
literally was
bro,
born. That nigga was born in Somalia.
tether don't mean that you're born from somewhere else. It means that you a fake nigga you're from somewhere else, but you're trying to imitate black people in a negative light. And
I don't
I'm
I
not
don't do
saying that
that shit.
fucking
So
necessarily this nigga fucking is doing that shit.
I
What's his
don't
name?
do that shit. I don't do that shit. So I know I'm not a Tedder. Um,
You can't be out here talking about some. You can't be out here looking like a Black America, but not from Black America. Talking about some man. Black people don't need no damn reparations. We don't need that shit. That should sound crazy because it's like, nigga, first of all, you're not from this culture, so how you gonna tell us what we should look like, what we should get while not while looking like us? They try to act like you're a
Actually, I
representative
do.
of
Actually,
us.
I do think black people should get reparations because if those Japanese niggas that got put in internment camps can get reparations, Native Americans got reparations. Why can't black people?
I know because
That
they
don't make
know,
sense to me.
because they know. First of all, a lot of niggas gonna trick that money off, but they're worried about the niggas that's not gonna trick that
But
money off. The
but you
niggas
know,
that's gonna put their money together and make
other
that shit
groups
happen.
don't care until black people get involved. So
Yeah.
like if it's Jewish people
This
asking
past
for
year,
reparations,
this
huh?
past years of change really showed, or these past couple years really showed, like without Black American support, a lot of niggas movements been dying or looking crazy.
Well, I mean, I still can't believe a lot of niggas voted for Trump. And a lot of them, some of them niggas were
Black people
FBA.
ain't the reason. Black people ain't the reason Trump won. They said
No, they
Hispanics is the
not.
reason why Trump won.
They not. But he got a lot more vote than last time, which I don't know why.
Because first of all, a lot of people didn't like that way Democrats was doing. How they was basically putting immigrants first over
I
American
get it.
citizens.
I
That
get
shit's
it. But
crazy.
I get it. But I'd rather sit one out than vote for the white supremacists.
That. What do you think I did? I ain't vote for nobody because you
Well, I
know
know
why?
you
Because
didn't, but it's a
the
lot of
reason why
niggas
I
is
vote
that.
because I ain't want niggas to be like, oh, you see, this is what you voted for. Because I knew this thing, bro. Come on, man. This thing is a what 70-year-old white man. Of course he's racist. Duh. Of course he's gonna say something that's racist, and then anybody who vote for them, they're gonna be like, oh well, look at you niggas voted for that. I ain't voting for
Look,
shit.
look, look. Even if you're not a fan of Obama for whatever reason, I feel like Trump is a perfect example of white privilege. Because Obama damn near had to be perfect, bro. Well spoken, well dressed, well mannered. This nigga Trump can do whatever the hell he want, bro. He can
Duh. I mean, this is
like
something that we've been in this country for, or I've been in this country for 30 years,
yeah.
31 years, all my life. So it's like we already know this type of shit.
But people think that shit is not real though. So that's why I'm saying this. A lot of people think
They
that.
man, they know it's real. A lot of people know it's real. They're just pretending like it's not real. Everybody know what
Bro,
the
it's a
fuck is
lot of
going
dumb
on.
people. You'd be surprised. It's a lot of stupid people.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. My thing is, I don't even got time to be trying to educate nobody no more or try
Oh
to
yeah,
do
for
nobody's
sure.
shit.
I don't need to educate you of my humanity. That's like go kick rocks.
But yeah, what's up with you, man?
Oh, Hitchens.
Uh, Hitches. Yeah, this nigga,
Hey man,
he
look,
moving shaky because
I'm
this
not
nigga
gonna
talking about
lie.
some. Oh, yeah. Go
All
ahead.
I gotta say, them comments was suspect, bro. Like it looks like a duck. That's what I thought he was. I don't even know what he
He
was
try to
thinking saying
quickly
that.
skip past the reason why the Durante fight didn't happen, and then the fact that he look the fact that he skipped over the Durante shit and then started talking about money moves and boxing and being put in certain positions. It's like, bro, you're basically you're basically indirectly saying that, nigga, you pulled out this fight because you know that's not a good money opportunity, and now you're trying to put yourself in a position where you can fight for more money and
So
a better opportunity.
that's what I was saying though about styles make fights. Pure boxers like Hitchens, low key Shakur, although Shakur's a little bit different because he can fight in the pocket. Devin Haney, and even Money Mayweather when he was older, they don't like pressure fighters, bro. They really don't. So I think Hitchens
Nigga, Dev
saw
can
that.
deal with a pressure fighter. I don't know why you act like he can't. Niggas is not, bro. First of all, these fighters that's trying to pressure Dev, like you say, and niggas complain all day, he's gonna clinch him.
Okay,
These
but he
niggas are
hasn't
not
really
breaking.
put the
Bro,
closest thing to a pressure
I
fighter.
have yet to see anybody deny Devin Haney's clinch or break Devin Haney's clinch to
The
this
closest
day.
thing to a pressure fighter he's fought is Lomachenko, and that was his hardest fight.
Nigga, he didn't fall all these Mexicans, Linares, all these other niggas, bro. Said if Boots defeats Xander, will Devin fight him next? I don't know if he'll be next. If I ain't gonna lie, if I'm in Devin's corner, I'm telling him to fucking become undisputed at 147. I don't even
Oh
talk about the
yeah, sure.
154
Go ahead
shit.
and fight Roy, even though that's a trash ass fight, by the way.
Yeah, get the snatch the belt from Ryan Garcia, and snatch the belt from
Yeah,
Keyshawn if he ended up fighting Crocker.
yeah, you're not taking nothing from Keyshawn. You stop it.
You don't think Dev will beat Keyshawn?
No,
All right, man.
niggas ain't gonna want it. Nigga, Keyshawn's a baby Crawford.
No, he's not. He's Keyshawn
He
Davis.
is, bro. I mean, let's be real. A lot of niggas didn't believe in Crawford before he beat the hell out of Earl Spence. So I guess you got to see it to believe it.
You want to know why he's not Crawford? Because Crawford is not just Crawford because of his skill set. He's Crawford because of his mental. Keyshawn don't have that type of mental.
That
Plus,
I agree
plus,
with.
I seen Keyshawn hit and rocked a couple times. That all
Okay, you
we need
acting
to
like
go
he
back and
supposed to.
revisit that Albright fight.
He cooked Albright.
Nigga, Albright rocked this shit, nigga. Like, what we talking about?
Hey, it's boxing. Everybody get hurt.
Yeah, everybody get hurt. But
But
now when you
Nara
fight,
rocked
but
Devin
now
Haney.
see, Devin is at the point where it's like he's not a C fighter, he's not a B fighter. He's an A fighter. You know that.
Keyshawn's an A fighter. I know you see
Keyshawn
it.
is a B fighter.
No, he's not.
He's a B fighter.
Ryan Garcia is a C fighter, and you got your ass whooped by him.
So we
You know,
counted niggas cheating. We counted niggas
JoJo
cheating.
Diaz is a C level fighter, and
No,
he was
no,
putting
no. We ain't gonna
hands and
skip
feet
that.
on
We,
them.
we ain't gonna skip that. You see that? When it all boils down, you let niggas talk about. Let niggas talk long enough, they're gonna admit that they support cheating. Why are you holding the fight up against a nigga cheating against him? Why you hold that against him? A nigga was on drugs, and on top of that, he was overweight. What's up with that dirt? That
Garcia
sounds
is
real.
a
That
cheater.
sounds real. That sounds real tether like.
I do believe Ryan Garcia is a cheater, but I told you a million times I don't believe that's the only reason why he hurt Devin.
I mean,
Or
at this point, we could say all that, but the commission already said it, nigga. Shit's already settled. Ryan settled. Everybody settled on the decision and what happened. So, but I know one thing's for
if
sure.
Ryan
Well, I know
Garcia was
one
on
thing's
the
for sure.
juice,
I know one thing's for sure. None of you niggas that say Pez wasn't the reason. No, none of these niggas are going to put any type of money on Ryan Garcia to beat Devin Haney in the rematch. I'll tell you that right now.
no, I'm picking Dev to win if he's smart.
Every bro, the funny thing is, everybody talk a good game, but at the end of the day, let that fight get announced tomorrow. Who you
Yeah,
think? Who you think? Who you think's gonna be the
I will
favorite?
pick Dev to
Who's the
win the.
favorite? Who you think's
It's
gonna be
gonna
the
be
favorite,
Dev.
nigga?
But hold up, if Dev go in there and try to fight the nigga like he did the first fight, he gonna get knocked out again.
How you know
Facts.
that? He didn't get. First of all, he
But he
didn't even
don't
get
got the
fucking
chin to
knocked
do that.
out. Look, hold on. He didn't get knocked out, and then who's to say Dev can't go in there and beat him, fight him, go in there and beat him going forward? Who said he
He
couldn't
not
do
going.
that?
No, he not going to do that. He gonna be on his little
Right.
tippy toes like he always do.
Nah,
Scary
now
ass.
you just sound like a nigga that's saying you wouldn't bet no money on this nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, he not built like that, and you know it.
What, built like a champion in multiple weight class, undisputed?
Well, yeah, he's a
I mean, he
champion
already
boxer, but he's not
the
a
nigga,
killer.
bro.
So
He
let's
can
leave it
literally
at that.
retire. He can literally retire and be Hall of Fame. You know
Hey,
that.
he a nice little boxer, but he not a killer. So let's leave it at that.
I mean, he looking like a killer because you got your man Shakur talking about he need a rehydration clause to fight him.
Well, I pray to God that fight.
Yeah,
I swear.
yeah. Look. My Shakur people in here. I'm sorry, but I got to cook them real quick. This somebody said they can make an hour-long video of Shakur Stevenson contradicting himself when it comes to his rehydration clause, this moving up to 147 and all this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I go on Facebook, these these media boxing channels that be posting bullshit rhetoric, they got Shakur looking crazy in the light because they're showing Shakur basically saying he don't want to fight Brian Garcia and Devin Haney because they're big or whatever. But it's like, damn, nigga, for many years you said skills pay the bills. Now, when it's coming to that, you're looking like, or you sounding like, skills is not paying the bills. You're afraid of size. Like I said on Twitter, man. Shakur fans, y'all can't say Shakur easily beats Devin and then say Devin is too big for Shakur in the same sentence. You can't say that. That just
And
sounds
why
it
not?
sounds so crazy. It sounds crazy. How can you easily beat somebody, but you need stipulations to beat them? That means it's not an easy fight. You want to fight this guy at a disadvantage. You don't want him. You don't want him to have an advantage. Says Shakur not
Yeah,
being Dev easy, and I'm a Shakur fan. Not at all. Not at all.
I think they both beat Dev. They might make it look easy.
Yeah, right.
I'm just
If
saying.
Dev, look, if Dev was an easy fighter to beat, there will be niggas crawling, crawling to
Keyshawn been
fight him.
calling him out.
Crawl.
He went to that nigga hood and everything.
He ain't go to that nigga hood. Get the fuck out
Uh,
of here, man.
I'm just kidding. He's not even
I
from the.
know
He's not even from the, that
like
way
I say,
anyway.
you know what killed Keyshawn's call out when the president of
But
WO came out and said this nigga ain't make no effort to
you
make
mean
the
the
shit
Devin
right.
Haney Protection Agency?
How they the protected agency when this nigga Keyshawn had that belt first at a lower weight class? Actually, nah, he ain't have it first. Devin had it first. I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah, Keyshawn ended up winning Devin's fucking leftover belts. That shit crazy, man.
Okay,
Then
man.
this nigga try to call out Mason. Somebody said Mason should have slapped the shit out of Keyshawn.
I can't believe niggas think that Abdullah Mason could beat Keyshawn, bro. Niggas, that's
I
the
don't think
problem with
you
niggas.
know. You know. I don't think that. I don't think that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm.
Okay, I'm
I don't.
about
I
to
don't
say,
think that.
bro,
You
niggas,
know. I don't think
niggas
that.
gotta stop going with their emotions, bro, and go with logic.
I don't think that at all. I don't think Mason's ready for real.
But the thing is, I've been knew that. But niggas gotta see. I guess niggas gotta see it to believe it. I guess. But if you know what you're looking at, you know that kid
This
is
nigga
very
Mason threw a uppercut from like mid range
too raw.
with his left hand down, and he picked that uppercut all the way up from like the ground up. And this nigga Sam Nose countered that nigga with like a right hand. I said, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, you need to go back to the lab, young
Keyshawn,
man.
Keyshawn gonna clip. He would knock out Abdullah
Nah,
Mason. I'm
he's
gonna be
good though.
honest with
Mason's good. He just
you.
needed
Very.
he just need to tune it up. He's just like a just somebody with just raw talent that just needs to be fine tuned into, you know, a top of the line
You know.
athlete.
You know what's crazy? That's basically that Schofield kid. But it's just that Abdullah got more raw talent than Schofield. That's the only difference.
Schofield, he's just real athletic. You know what I'm saying?
Real strong. That motherfucker.
But I don't know. His chin
Dude,
questionable in my opinion, or his temple questionable in my opinion.
a lot of these niggas' chances is questionable.
This nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't forget that fight that he got hit by a Mexican. Then he went back to the corner and he fell on his ass.
You saw the sparring clip with him and Abdullah? You heard that little noise he made when he got hit to the body?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I
already
mean,
know.
but if you sparred before, bro, like you can't even be mad at, bro. Like it's gonna
With
happen,
that,
but still,
yeah, I know. I sparred just good days, bad days. Look, what's his name? But his pops trying to put some pressure on Golden Boy and the WBA. They trying to make that tank fight. I can't be mad at that.
see, I feel like his daddy knew what he was doing signing him to Golden Boy because his they gonna Top Rank ain't playing no games, bro. They gonna feed you to the wolves eventually. Golden Boy, they're okay with letting you slide. Was you know what I mean?
That tank fight ain't happening. But I think he might end up. No, I don't know. The WBA, they're damn sure ain't about to give up their belt to give it to this crazy ass nigga.
It's certain
Pops.
fighters that get moved a certain way. It's
Yeah.
certain fighters that are raw, like Abdullah Mason. They need more fights to develop. And then it's certain niggas like Keyshawn and Shakur. You move them quick because they're seasoned already because they got a deep amateur background. So it's the same thing with that what's his name, Schofield. Although they might already know what Schofield is, and they just say, you know what, we need to cash him out. Let's get this tank fight.
But seeing that they just signed this extension with Golden with the zone, and
Yeah,
Tank is like PBC's last hope.
yeah. I
Bro,
mean, let's be real. People are
I
gonna
would be
tune in.
surprised if Tank really got them niggas in the back office stressing.
Yeah, but Tank don't come back, bro. Like he need the money. Like it ain't like he got talent to do anything else. Well, let's
I
be
don't
real.
think it's just the money. I think he's bound by contract to fight for these niggas a couple more times. And unless he has a legit reason to retire, then I don't think they're gonna let they fuck around his PBC fuck around and sue Tank if he don't fulfill their contract.
Does Tank strike you as a nigga that's gonna be good with his money and he can just retire now and be good?
Nah. And I don't know that. I
Hell
don't know
no.
that. I don't know that though.
I mean, we don't know that. You're right. We don't know that, but I'm just saying.
Does he strike me as a nigga that might get in trouble? Yeah,
Again, absolutely.
absolutely.
You can't trust that motherfucker, and you can't. And
Absolutely.
that's the same thing with Keyshawn. Keyshawn's a knucklehead, bro. Like, that's the one thing I got against Keyshawn. He's
Man,
a he's a bit
we
too.
gotta stop acting like these boxers don't got their screws loose, man. These niggas be getting punched in the head every bro. And then these boxers, their way of solving a problem is using their fist and
Yep,
turning to that beast mode. So it's like, and then when they get punched in their head, they lose that screw in their brain where they tell them that you gotta chill the fuck out. And sometimes these niggas be crashing out doing crazy shit. I think that CTE shit is definitely real. And it
absolutely.
and I feel like there's levels of it. I don't feel like once I don't feel like it's just like, oh, you're either batshit crazy or not. No, I feel like it's levels of it. Niggas might have mild, aggressive, acute, you know what I'm saying?
That
Type
that nigga
type of
Teofimo displays. Teofimo is a perfect example. The nigga is one moment he's emotional, next moment he's mad. He's just a weirdo, bro. Something's up with that
yeah,
nigga.
he's saying crazy things, very crazy things. And I don't think it's just for
Ryan
the camera.
Garcia,
Ryan Garcia for sure.
I can't stand that motherfucker, bro. I want
I do see
look
boxing take effect on
if
niggas though,
Dev,
for real.
I'll become look. This is my promise. I'll become a Devin fan if he punished Ryan Garcia. I don't want
Nigga, he
this.
don't need
This
you
is
to
what
be a
I want,
fan,
bro.
nigga.
No, I swear I'll be a fan, but this is what I don't want. I don't want Dev to get the rematch and just outbox Ryan Garcia, bro. Like that's not good enough. I want him to punish that motherfucker
Why? Why he got to do what you got
because
to
he does.
say,
What
nigga?
do you
Fuck,
mean? Why? Look at
nigga,
this.
nah, hell nah.
It's not good enough to just beat him. You gotta. I want him to hurt this motherfucker, bro.
You hear this shit? Y'all hear this shit, chat? He said Ryan ducking the smoke. Of course, Ryan
That's why
ducking the
low
fucking
key, I
smoke,
prefer if Keyshawn got that fight.
bro. This nigga Keyshawn still got the fucking training wheels on, nigga. Like, the fuck out of here, bro. Dev a whole senior compared to this nigga. Keyshawn is still a freshman, bro. Nah, Keyshawn is a sophomore.
Keep it a buck. Do you think
Basically,
Ryan
that
can beat?
if boxing was high school, niggas like Shakur and Dev, the niggas are seniors. Keyshawn is a fucking sophomore. Mason
That's
is a
cool.
fucking a standout freshman.
That's cool. But sometimes the freshman is better than the seniors, and that's
Said
facts.
said that's facts. Nah,
Yeah. When LeBron was a freshman in high school, you think them senior niggas is better than him? Hell no.
this nigga ain't no fucking LeBron talent though.
Nah, he not. But I think he more talented than Dev.
No, he not. You know
Low
what it
key,
is?
low
This
key.
is what it
He
is. I've been watching boxing for a little minute. Actually, I've been studying this sport. I go out and I go to boxing gyms and I learn this shit. And I'm realizing something. A lot of boxing fans they feel like a certain fighter is better because they do a little flashier things like they'll throw a hook from way out and they'll land and
no,
the opponent will look crazy get hurt or they'll do something like throw an uppercut from mid-range some wicked wild shit and it'll hit the opponent and the person fall out and niggas be like, oh, well, that person obviously he's more skilled. No.
no. That's
Me
not true
watch no,
because
let me cook. Me watching boxing for all these years now, and I'm understanding like, no, these niggas who do all this wild shit, that don't just make them the better fighter. What makes a better fighter is niggas knowing what to do in the tough moment. Niggas knowing how to maintain discipline, throwing a jab, clinching at the right time, boxing, stepping side by side, using certain movements, skills, tactics, opening your opponents up, countering, shit
can I
like that.
can I rebuttal?
That's what makes you a good fight, a solid fighter. Because I'm saying niggas with that all that flashy style, these niggas eventually get clipped.
Can I
Clipped.
rebuttal?
Go ahead.
First of all, Keyshawn can do all that shit and then some. In terms like he has a good jab. He can fight in the pocket way better than Devin Haney. He got better defense than Haney. You can't be a silver medalist in the
No,
Olympics and not.
you know who
Oh wait, let me
look.
hold up. You
It's
gotta let
no,
me
no.
cook,
Hold on,
bro.
'cause I gotta cut.
I let you cook, Art.
You can't say he has better defense against the caliber of fighters that he's
Oh my
fighting. Like,
lord.
and
Yes,
he's
you
still
can.
getting hit, and he's still getting
You get
hit.
hit too. You got hit by Jojo Diaz.
Nigga, all these years ago. Nigga,
Oh,
JoJo
you
Diaz
act
at the
like that
time.
was 100 years
JoJo
ago.
Diaz at the time.
That was three or
JoJo
4 years
Diaz at the
ago.
time. JoJo Diaz at the time of Devin Haney fighting was a much better fighter than
Oh
motherfucking the
my
guys
god,
that
no, he's
Keyshawn
always
Davis
been
been
mid.
fighting.
He's always been a mid-level fighter.
Better than the guys that this nigga fucking
No, he's not.
Keyshawn Davis been fighting. Who
He's
who
not
who
better than Lemos.
who's the best person
He's
on
not.
Keyshawn Davis' resume? Ortiz,
Baron
Burnchak. The
Bro,
fuck out of
Jermaine
here,
Ortiz is better than fucking
nigga.
Jojo Diaz.
He fought a great value version of Lomachenko. You want to tell me that this nigga's
Jerm,
better?
Jer- Jermaine Ortiz is better than Jojo Diaz.
No, the fuck he's not.
Yeah,
Jojo,
he
this
is.
nigga ain't never even touched the belt. He ain't
And
even smelt the
Keyshawn's the only
fucking
nigga
belt,
to stop him. Facts.
bro. Nigga,
Yeah.
did niggas forget that JoJo Diaz beat the fucking Tevin Farmer years before?
Bro, do
Years,
you see how
years
little Tevin Farmer is?
before niggas went life and death with Tevin Farmer. That became one of your man Shakur's best wins.
Can you
Like, come
believe
on, man.
can you believe can you believe a nigga as big as Devin Haney fought somebody that fought Tevin Farmer, tiny ass? Can you
Nigga,
believe that shit?
this is called boxing, bro. It's not
Yeah,
called
weight
knock.
bully.
It's
That's what
called
it's called.
boxing. It's called boxing, not
It's called
knockout.
being a weight bully.
Nigga,
First of all, as
you can't talk about no weight bully when you
ain't
got
no
a
way,
nigga.
ain't no way you give Booth that much size advantage over somebody. He not walking him down and stopping him.
It
Facts.
doesn't matter. This is not about stopping niggas. It's called boxing, not the
Well,
knockout game.
you ain't putting no masterclass either.
Yes. Like,
So how about that?
how you gonna be a Shakur fan and then rave all about this knockout shit? Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
So okay, even if you did knock him out, it ain't like you put on
Nigga,
a
if
masterclass against
let's look at
JoJo.
on subject, nigga. If Dev was fighting niggas Keish at 135, if Dev was fighting niggas Keyshawn fight, he'd have beat all them niggas easy.
You're
Easy.
not okay.
Nigga
Okay,
don't
and
even you talking about a better fighter. How this nigga a better fighter? He not even disciplined enough to even fucking make weight.
so see,
He got
you got me
stripped.
off topic because I was trying to
Got
finish my
stripped.
little. You asked me
Yeah.
a question I couldn't even finish.
Bro, this nigga got stripped. How's he a better fighter? He can't even stay disciplined enough to keep his belt.
Hold on, let's not get emotional now. Let me rebuttal what you were
How's that
saying
emotional? That's not a
because
fact.
you wouldn't let me finish how
Is that not a fact? Did he not
what
lose his belt on the scale because he was not disciplined
that's
enough?
got nothing to do with
So
boxing
how does
skill.
that make him a better fighter?
That's got nothing to do with boxing
That
skill.
doesn't
That's
make him a
more of
better fighter. It doesn't.
but that just means he's not as disciplined, but it doesn't mean you're not a better fighter.
And he ducked Elwin De Los Santos. Let's talk about it. Dev wouldn't duck no
Oh
damn De
no,
Los Santos. Get the
we'll get
fuck
to
out of
that, but
here.
let me finish why I think he's a better fighter
Nah,
than that.
yeah. Nah, he ain't a better fighter because Dev wouldn't
He
duck no
is,
De Los
but you
Santos.
won't let me finish though, because you don't want to
Go
hear the
ahead.
truth.
Go ahead.
Look, bro, Keyshawn is not just flash. Like it's ironic because I don't sit here telling you Abdullah Mason is more skilled than Devin Haney, and he's definitely more flashy than Devin.
Look
He's
how
more
big
flashy.
Keyshawn looked against Barichek, and you want to talk about weight bullies.
Hold,
Get the fuck
hold
out of
up,
here.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done. And Abdullah's more flashy than Keyshawn too. But skill for skill, IQ for IQ, Keyshawn's on a different level, bro. Keyshawn
Both
low key, and I
if
told you this. This how I know. This how I could tell you I'm not being biased. You know who my favorite fighter is? It's Boots.
I'm gonna
That's,
tell you this,
well, let me finish. I'm almost done.
if
You know,
Dev hold on, if Dev was at 135, let's say they was able to rewind the clock or whatever, it's some alternate reality or whatever. If they was able to put Devin back at 135, the version who fought Linares and shit, Dev would have beat them niggas at 135, Keyshawn and Mason. Let's talk about it. Dev,
he probably beats Abdullah
De-
Mason, but he's not
Dev at
beating Keyshawn.
135, much better fighter than Keyshawn Davis and Mason at 135. None of them niggas ain't
I
feeling
don't
his
know why
shit.
you keep
They're not
calling that
feeling his
nigga
shoes.
Mason. I
They're
don't know
not
why you
feeling his
keep calling this.
shoes.
I don't know why you keep calling this nigga Mason. It's Mason, but Uh,
Cause I'm
I'm
thinking
dead.
about that fucking that rapper from NY based on yeah. That's
Oh,
funny as hell. You said better fighter, but yeah,
okay,
King. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Look, at the end of the day, all these guys are good fighters, but they're still trying to accomplish what Dev already accomplished years ago. Am I lying?
bro. I think I
Am I
look.
am I lying?
Okay, accomplishments and skill sets are two different things. Like there was a time where Canelo was more accomplished than Bud Crawford, but everybody knew Bud was the more skilled fighter.
And
And
I'm
it's just
trying to let you know. I'm trying to let you know it's not that because these niggas is not Crawford.
you don't got to
And
be
this nigga
Crawford to be
Dev
more
and
skilled than Dev.
Devin is not Canelo. Devin is more
No,
skilled than
well,
Canelo, in
yeah,
my
well,
opinion.
Dev is now is nowhere near as good as Canelo. So there's that.
Nah, I feel like Devin is more skilled than Canelo, in my
No,
opinion.
he's not. No, he's
Yes, he
not.
is.
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
You don't
Dev
think
is
Dev
not more
got better
skilled than.
foot? Dev don't
Forget
got better
Canelo.
footwork than
Now
Canelo.
let's
Dev
go
don't got a
through
better
all the
jab
pound
than
for pound
Canelo.
fighters.
You could say
He's not.
Canelo got more power than Dev, and he got a stronger chin than Dev, for sure.
He got better defense too.
IQ wise, you think he's better?
He got better defense than Devin. I know. Let me tell you why he got better defense than
So
Devin.
okay,
Hold
okay,
up.
okay.
Let me tell you
So
why. Let me
no,
tell you
let's
why.
talk. Let's
Because
talk. Let's talk
the
about it. Hold on.
difference
Let's talk
is.
about it. Let's talk about it. So
Can I at
you
least say
think?
it
And
though?
I hold
Can
on,
I?
hold on. Now let me put it in perspective. Let me put it in perspective. If Dev fought Mayweather, right? Let's say the Dev who just fought Brian Norman, hot full fledged welterweight Devin Haney. I'm not saying he's gonna win the fight, but do you think that he would have lost every single round of a fight against Floyd Mayweather the way Canelo did?
Yes, and let me tell you
Every
why.
single round? You don't think he would
Yes,
have had no moments in the fight?
he would have no moments. So let me tell you why.
Get the fuck. Get the
I mean,
go ahead, go ahead, dog. This
he
is your
might
opinion, dog.
land,
It's a fantasy fight. It'll never happen. So go ahead. What's your
he
opinion?
might land a jab here and there, but he gonna lose every round. Now, let me tell you why. Dev is not a complete fighter. You've never seen Dev had to cut off
But
the ring.
Canelo don't got no legs.
Okay, well, I didn't say Canelo was a complete fighter. I'm just saying he's more
We're
skilled than Dev.
comparing Canelo and motherfucking Dev.
Yeah, I think Canelo's a better counterpuncher than Devin. Absolutely. I think Canelo got better defense than Devin. Canelo can come forward and still have good defense. When Dev comes forward, his defense is trash. When he's going backwards, he got good defense. Dev on the back foot, his defense is solid. On the front foot, terrible. He getting clipped left and right. That's why he didn't want to engage with fucking
Get
Regis.
the fuck out of here, man. You know what
Yeah,
it is with with Dev?
yeah.
Niggas really they really want to hold that Ryan Garcia shit against him. I don't understand it. How can you say that Dev had a bad game plan and all that shit, and then say
Bro, why you think your boy clinches
and then
so
hold
much?
and then hold that against him? How you gonna judge him off the worst performance and say that's the version of Dev, the best version of Devin?
Because even when he look
That's some bullshit.
every time
Bro,
I seen Devin
and
Haney,
then big up Keyshawn. Nigga, Keyshawn had his fight canceled because he was 3 pounds over. Dev fought a nigga 3 pounds over and on the fucking juice. And niggas hold that against him and say, oh well nigga, he ain't beat the
you
nigga
know, you know, you know,
that had a clear size and unnatural fucking advantage. And you know, I was just talking about this on Twitter. See,
Art,
hold on,
Art.
let me cook. You see, the reason why people like Dirk be holding shit against Dev because they don't understand this gym shit for real. Like I've been training in this boxing gym and shit. I've been actually training, running and all that shit, punching the bag, pad work, all that shit, small, all that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Just doing shit. Not stupid shit, but you know, all that boxing shit I meant. Just doing all that shit, right? And I feel that. Physically, I feel that. Like, damn, my shoulders feel tight. My fucking legs feel a little, you know what I'm saying, stiff. I'm waking up feeling like, man, I'm sore as shit. Imagine if I was able to take something that gave me an unnatural advantage where I can recover faster and I can train even harder. And I got a fight lined up with a nigga that has to make a certain weight. And I'm just gonna be on some shit, recover faster, train harder, and I'm becoming overweight. See, niggas don't understand that type of shit. So they looking at it like, oh nigga, you're just supposed to win regardless. No, nigga, that's some unnatural shit, bro. You're not supposed to be able to eat a punch, clap your gloves together, and go back into the action like nothing just happened. Nigga, that shit comes from being on the fucking juice.
Okay. Now, are we being objective in this when we talk
Nah,
about our favorite fighters?
I'm being super objective because
Look.
I
I can be objective about my favorite fighter, which is Boots. He got plenty of flaws.
said Coco take your
Are you
pain
willing to
away.
tell me?
Yeah,
Can I get one word in, bro? Are
go
you willing
ahead.
to tell me? Are you willing to tell me any flaws that Devin Haney has? Because according to you, this nigga perfect.
I didn't say that. If you took that, I don't know why. If you're hearing that, I don't know why you're hearing that. I already said many times
Okay, so tell
we
me
had
what
this
flaws does
conversation.
Devin Haney have? Can you? What does he have as
The
a fighter?
flaw the flaw that Devin has is that
Yes.
he's not going for the kill when the
Oh
opportunity is
my
there.
God, no. That's not a skill thing, bro. That's more of a
Is that not
that's
a
a
flaw?
mentality. That's a mentality. We're
Okay.
talking
I
about
thought that was
skill.
something. Yeah, that's why I say if any fighter Dev should be watching, he should be watching Sugar Ray Leonard. Dev ain't he ain't the
He'll never
perfect
be good. He
fighter.
don't got the kind of ability.
Dev will be Dev. Sugar will be Sugar. Nigga, of course, the niggas have their own careers. Right.
If he had that kind of power and athleticism, then he would
Who
do
you?
that, but he don't have that kind
So
of athletic ability.
you tell me if they made Devin versus Keyshawn Davis at 147 right now, you would put $1,000 on Keyshawn Davis.
Absolutely.
You know, Dev don't have to knock out Keyshawn to win the fight, right?
And what y'all fail to
Yeah.
realize is you're
You
not just
see,
going to jab
and
and
then
hold.
see,
You're not going to jab. Hold up.
Devin haters
You're not
don't
just going to
understand
jab and
this
hold
until
everybody
fight
to a
night.
decision, bro.
They don't understand this
Everybody not.
until fight week. They don't understand this until fight week. They say, "Oh, this nigga can beat Dev. Dev can get knocked out. All this shit," and then they come to the realization, like, "Oh shit, niggas can win fights without
Did I
knocking
tell you
niggas out."
Brian Norman was going to beat Dev?
You
Did I
may
tell
not
you
like
Brian
that
Norman was going
clinching.
to beat Dev?
You may not like that clinching style,
Did I,
but nigga, you sure Keyshawn knows how to,
did I tell you will
you
beat
have so much stock in Keyshawn that you feel like he can he can do away to clinch against a bigger fighter, a bigger skilled fighter. You think you're so comfortable, you know for a
tomorrow?
fact that if Devin clinch Keyshawn will be able to break the clinch. You know that for a fact.
Yes,
You don't know that. You don't see this nigga got cricket wireless. His shit acting up. Hold on. Oh, this nigga got cricket wireless. His shit acting up. Hold on. Look, let's be real. Niggas talk all this. Oh, he more flashier shit, so he a better fighter. Nigga, no, you don't know what it's like. What happens if this nigga Keyshawn gets hurt? How does he react? How does he bounce back? Have you seen Keyshawn fight after getting hurt? What happens if Keyshawn gets clinched? If he's getting jabbed and he's trying to do his thing and he end up getting clinched. Are you confident that Keyshawn can slip out of a clinch? He can break away a clinch. Are you confident enough that Keyshawn can avoid a jab for 12 rounds? A solid jab? Like I said earlier, boxing fans, they look at it, they say, oh, well, this fighter, he looks flashier because he's able to do a knockout or whatever against some fucking random loser. And they feel like, oh, this guy's better. No, this guy's not fucking better because of that. What makes a nigga better is having discipline, knowing that, nigga, you got 12 rounds. You don't have to fucking blow your load in the first 3 rounds. Let me pop this jab out from round 1 to round 12. The only time Devin fucked up in a fight is when he decided to put that discipline to the side, which was the Ryan Garcia fight. The combination of Ryan Garcia being on pants, overweight, and Dev being drained and coming in with a bad game plan fucked him up. But going forward, I don't know why niggas hold his worst performance against him like that's going to be the outcome every time. Why niggas never look at the best performance and say, well, now we see the better version of it. Like, look at him versus Brian Norman. Niggas had no complaints until fucking Max Kellerman said some bullshit. Said Jermaine looked like a bum versus him. That's what I'm just saying. Like, bro, this nigga Ortiz is not all that. Yeah. But anyways, man, if Keyshawn was for real, he'd have took the proper steps to make that fucking fight happen. He didn't even let the WBO know that he's with it because the WBO sounded like they was with it. They like shit. He didn't even let us know. All he had to do was just say something. WBO like damn. All he had to do is just say a word, and he didn't even say that. So, but I like Keyshawn. I'm gonna follow his career. He's definitely using Devin's name for clout chasing. A lot of these guys are using Devin's name for clout chasing, and it's okay though because they're just showing their hand. They're showing what they look like. They bullshitting. Now watch Keyshawn pop out with some fight against some nigga that's not even close to as skilled as Devin Haney and fight on his own. Like, the plan. But Keyshawn did a good job by keeping his name relevant until this deal came about. Because now people, his name is in the fucking news. It's still relevant right now. So when he gets this fight, niggas will be talking about him. So he did, he did what he was supposed to do. Clout chase the much better fighter, much advanced fighter. That's kind of like how they were doing Floyd Mayweather. If y'all go back and just watch certain things back then in the early 2010s and shit like that, in 2000s, man, they was doing the same shit. Clout chasing Floyd Mayweather. Talking about, oh, Floyd got brittle hands. I can beat him. He's a runner. I can beat him. Let me fight him and I'm gonna kick his ass. All this bullshit. Just clout chasing. Said Key and Jay Prince, pick Jermaine. Why not call Jack Catterall? Now, why not fight Albright on your very first fight at 140? Because he just put hands on your brother. You supposed to fight him your very first fight. Why not fight Frank Martin your very first fight at 140? Not saying that you wouldn't have beat him, but no, niggas wanted to test the waters. They wanted to test the waters against somebody who's already fucking known to not finish. That's Ortiz. Ortiz got all these muscles and shit, man. He can't finish a fight worth a damn, bro. His gas tank is not there. He run out of gas every time. Fades every time. Defense suspect, footwork decent, no punching power, pump faking. Niggas is pump faking, clout chasing. Anyways, man, I'm about to go get some Texas Roadhouse with the family. Starving. ArtManApparel.com, best boxing merch in the game.